There we go. Let's get some chat going on, so you guys can hear me. There we go. So we're doing StarRupture. We did episode 1 yesterday. Now we're going to jump into episode 2. We're going to do some exploration. Silver, welcome, welcome. Uh, let's see. So yesterday we worked through unlocking all of the basic areas so that we could get, some of the basic stuff unlocked. As you can see, we've got through level 4, 4, 4, and these two are on level 3. We're working on this one so we can get the furnace to unlock all of the next level stuff. So we can get it, start making those items, the more complex ones. And then we need to work on this one, not for this infiltration lem. These don't, they're good, but you find ones that are better in the game. We're actually after this wind turbine because its output does 200 megawatts per every wind turbine. The current pieces that we have, the little baby solar panels, do like 10. So you get a lot more juice out of these, and for the cost of them, they're so much better. So much better to use. So let's see, we're working on these multi-rails. We really need to get after getting this rail version 2. There's a lot of the stuff that we have that needs the greater speed. And these do 240 items, and I think the first tier level stuff does like 120. So China from Great Britain, hey, evening, welcome back, my man. Hope your day today was good. Let's see. Okay, and then calcite sheets. This one we're going to be able to get through really easy, but it's just, again, it's a lem, but it's this one that we're after. Here, the titanium housing. This is where we need the furnace to be able to make the titanium housing, and then getting these defense turrets are going to be something we're going to want here pretty soon. This greater lem, it's just the mining damage by 25%. I really wish that they gave something a little better here, because you kind of stop using the harvester mining laser deal really quick in the game. It's not one you use a whole lot often. I know, I appreciate that, dude. Those were awesome likes, man. You freaking hooked me up yesterday when it came to likes and all kinds of good stuff, dude. And it even pulled over into last night's stream, even when we were playing 7 Days to Die. It was so super cool. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me. It really does. Thank you. That's about the best that I can do. Just heartfelt, man, from me. Let's see. So then these lems, again, these dietitian ones are kind of stupid. I really wish these were like better. Dude, that horde sucked, man. That horde was so bad, dude. We were not prepared for that at all. Got beat up something severe. Yeah, it was it was rough. But I'm gonna get that base hooked up tonight. We're gonna get set up. We're gonna be a lot better from here on out. Because the whole goal was just to get to the snow biome. Now that we're there, now we're gonna get a little more serious about our gameplay. Just a little bit. Not completely, but a little bit. We want this one here, this piece here. You can make better food out of it, which kind of makes these pointless. Because when you can make the better food, you fill in your other items here a whole lot better, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. So I apologize if you can hear the dogs. Daytime streams are a little bit rough for me because I got people running around and freaking dogs bark, I swear, at people walking 2 blocks away up the block. They, for some reason, seem to think that we're going to get attacked by the local terrier. Okay, so we need to see where we're at. We need to go find, so the basic pieces, these ones I can't make until the next level. We need the furnace to make these, and that's going to unlock the intermediate building material, which you really don't need until you get to using the helium. The helium and the transports that go from place to place, those all use the intermediate building material. And to be honest, the quartz building material, I've only unlocked one thing that needs the quartz. Uh, it you don't. There's not a lot unlocked for it yet. So it's one building and it's a large habitat, and that's it for the quartz. So I'm not really spending a lot of effort on that. They're easy to unlock. I mean, really easy to unlock, but not a lot of value there. And then this power cell, you do need these. Let's see. So what do we got unlocked here? Yeah. So here's where we need to go get the tube blueprints. We have to go find that. The rotor blueprint, the stabilizer blueprint. We have to go find these. So that's what I'm saying. Today we're going to spend a little time doing exploration, and so that we can get those done. And then the smelter, we're already good with that. And we don't get to have the option to unlock anything until we have the smelter. So, shoo-hoo. Let's go out here. Yeah, let's go out. Look out the window. Make sure it wasn't like getting ready to rupture on us there. So you can always see by staring at this star here, kind of get an idea of where it's at when it comes to getting ready to rupture. And these little tendrils that stick off, they kind of give you another good idea. So the brighter this gets and the further those tendrils reach out, you can kind of get a judge. And I think it's 40 minutes that you go, we need these, right? Yeah, we need these. But these are still shooting out here. So let's take those. We have some stuff we need to unlock with these. And then we were building the tube, getting ready to get everything set up to bring the tube and make tubes and other stuff over there. But we don't have the stuff for it. So that's kind of, it's great to have it, but it's pointless without the blueprint to start making it. So let's take a quick look here. Merrick Lohman, welcome. Fabricator here. This is a bug. So the fabricator right here gives this arrow, and it indicates that you have something in your inventory that needs to go to unlock one of these recipes. The kicker is this fabricator one is broken. You can have 100% on the fabricator, and that stupid little arrow stays there. But again, early access, just something they haven't fixed yet. No big deal. Okay, let's put some stuff away. We don't need any of this right now as we're going out. We're going to keep this. We need to make some more ammo. Yeah, we need ammo. We need ammo because if we don't have ammo, let's see. Merrick gave me the follow. Thank you, Merrick. Appreciate that. So we need to make ammo. Now, here's the kicker, is standard ammo requires wolfram powder. And we have to make some wolfram powder. And right now, we're dunking out what we need for cargo launcher, or for the wolfram plates. I don't really want to interrupt this just yet to switch to some wolfram powder, but we need the powder. We need the powder because we got to make bullets. We don't want to go exploring too far without the bullets. These are pumping. These are really cranking out though. Decisions. I would go out if we get a StarRupture here real quick. Then we'll go off to this one right over here. I think the tube recipe's over there, so we'll run over there and grab that stuff. Because once the rupture goes off, then we don't have. There won't be any creatures over there that we have to actually fight or deal with. Though I probably could get away with just switching that one. Or no, I need the. I can't. No, I need the. I need the furnace. Oh, shit. We got to get the furnace before I can get more powder. I can get the powder and I can make ammo. So, which one's the furnace? Nope. Here. Okay, so we're almost done with this one. This is titanium sheets that are making right now. You know what? Let's speed that up. Okay, now we've got our furnace. And then what do we need? Titanium beams, which I think there's a recipe for titanium beams that we... Okay, so here's the furnace. Are beams in here? No. The beams are not in here. Calcium powder, though, we need. Fabricator. Do we already have the beams? Yeah, beams right there. Let's do this real quick, because now that we have the furnace, let's just go ahead and drop the data points in here so we don't have to mess with that for as much as we have available. 800. We get one more, I think. Yep. So we just need 2,000 more points to unlock the rest of these. But these are so far down they're so far down the line that we're not going to get to them anytime soon. Okay. We are just about done with this one. And that'll unlock this, and then we move on to the next one. We're doing that with the wolfram plates, not the titanium housing, which would have been better to do. Okay, let's go switch. Let's go switch this up to... Can we go straight to beams? Yes, we could go straight to beams. Nice. Nice. That's going to be good. Good. Straight to beams. Drop that in there. Then we can switch this. Yep, sheets. Which one was beams? Beams right here. There we go. Got it. Here, beams. Good. Here. Okay. Beams. Okay, that one should jump through really fast. We should get through that pretty quick. Yeah. Alright, so then we unlocked that. So these should all be good. So I think now I need to take these off and bring them down here, and I've got to put some furnace in. Let's just go double check. We need the furnace to make the powder. Let's go ahead and drop this stuff off. Fabricator there, that covers that, so we don't have to worry about that. And the furnace, let's drop those in there. Oh, we do need some more because we have to unlock these. Damn it. That's okay. We can go make those on the other base piece. It's no big deal. And then we need 600 there, 600 there. We'll make those plates up on the other one because we're going to make those beams and housing and stuff up there, I think. Or was I going to make the tubes? I don't know which one I was going to make. See, they need little signs, or I need a notepad so I can write stuff down. Because my squirrel brain just does not hang on to an idea from a day-to-day. Okay, so we need to get calcium powder unlocked right there. We need the furnace. Okay, let's just... Oh, wave warning. Okay, let's do this. Claim that. That gets that. Now we need titanium housing and heat-resistant sheets. Okay, we got to do those things because that's not going to go anywhere. We can get this one upgraded because calcite sheets and blocks are over on the other side. We're going to wait on that one. We can do beams right now. I think it's working on those. And this one here, we need the powder. Okay. Golly, we need the... Okay, we're going to go... We're going to let this pass. And then we're going to haul butt and explore that spot over there since we don't need ammo to do it. Okay, that's passed. Let's use one of these. You always want to keep these meteorite hearts with you because they're how you create a core. base core, and so you want to keep those. You can use them in the analyzing station for more data points, but they don't. They're 30 data points. I mean, they're a better value being used for cores. Okay, let's cool the door off. And we gotta wait till that goes, and then we can rock and roll. Gotta go. Come on. I wanna go. And here's a little warning. It's returned to, there we go. Okay. T for my little light. Okay, we're hauling butt. We're going over here to find another blueprint. And it's going to be one we need. By the time we get back, Whitey, welcome. By the time we get back, okay, I just want to be careful because I knew there was a thing right here. Okay, and then there's a body in here somewhere, I thought. We only have a limited amount of time that there's no creatures, so I want to get through here, but at the same time, I don't want to have to come back through here. Well, I'm going to come around here 50 different times going back and forth. I guess it doesn't really matter. There's some stuff up in there, but let's go. Gotta stay focused. Focus. Later game, man, you can get it with those lems. You can get it set up to where you can just freaking run for ages. Okay, so all right, so this is like an old base that blew up or whatever you want to say. There it is. Yep. We don't like everybody. Let's take all that stuff. Let's take all that. Take that. We're going to go through here. And you can't mine the helium. You can't just break out your little miner and just start sucking up the helium. It sucks. It'd be nice if you could do that at least a little bit to get through some of the first area stuff that needs like 2,000 of them. Let me get it out of here. Let's go back and jump up in this building real quick. Grab that. Again, more story. They don't like each other. Basically what it is some people are here as actual scientists and who want to be here, and there are other people that are being sent here like us as prisoners.
If you do anything to me, Drew will find out. Okay, let's all calm down and talk like civilized people.
Drew won't find anything out because you killed him.
I didn't kill him. Frick, fuck. Just wait until he gets a new sleeve.
Stop pretending. There won't be a new sleeve. You smashed up his disc.
What? No. It's those creatures. So, he's dead.
You really should have thought this through. If you had left his sleeve somewhere outside the base, he'd be considered MIA, and no one would blame you. You don't learn from your mistakes, do you?
But we will make the same mistake. No one will find you.
What are you doing? Let go of me.
Oops, she made it. Wrong enemies. Down she went. Okay, here we go. Let's get up top because we got to drop in. The doors are locked on the bottom, so. Alright. And again, more lore that you can read. Again, we're talking about experiences and sentencing and the difference between, you know, people who are here voluntarily to earn money and people who are here as convicts. That's pretty much what the story, some of this story is for this location. All right, what do we get? Tube. Oh man, we got two of them, rotors and the tubes. Okay, sweet. That's good. That's good. I didn't know both of them were here. Just keep collecting this stuff up. And another story piece.
Employee tomorrow. She'll be working off her punishment with us. We don't have any other convicts on the base, so I'm not crazy about the idea. But I trust the company wouldn't hire just any old criminal. According to the documents they sent me, she has 5 years of experience in mining helium-3 on the moon, a managerial position, a degree in chemistry, but she can also operate a harvester and fix machinery. I'd be thrilled if it wasn't for the fact that I have no access to what she was convicted of. Our head of security has full access to her file and says I shouldn't worry about her conviction. Plus he promised.
So again, a little piece of the story there, just saying that we don't know who she is, and we don't like it because she's a convict, and you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's that location. We've cleared it out. We got 2 of the pieces that we needed. Good stuff. All right, we're gonna roll back because little creatures are gonna start jumping out here any second. And rolling. There's a guy in that crevice there somewhere, but right there. But I don't have enough room to put anything that he has. I love how they do this though. You can start to see the green show back up as it transitions from being burnt back to being alive again. It's a really cool transition. I really like how they did that. I mean, I think it's a really I would say ingenious, but I think it's a well done way to show transition between stages in the game. Just through the visual piece, between being able to see the star and then seeing the green on the ground and whatnot, I think that does a really good job of giving you an idea that there's change going on, even if it's just subtle. It's not, you know, it's not overwhelming. It's not in your face. It's none of that. It's subtle. But that's okay. Subtle sometimes can be very useful. Let's go ahead and research all these. Get all that done. Get all these off there. And then we switch over to here. And let's go to the fabricator here so we can get the rotors and we can get the tubes. And then we have to make the rest of that stuff in the furnace. We'll put that on there, and that is all we have for any of the stuff in the furnace. Well, we can do that. We can do that one there. Okay, let's put some of the garbage up. That's food, so we will put food. Let's put that up there. Put that up there. We got ammo, so let's find a place. Let's put that in there. Put these up. We still can't use these limbs. The rest of that is food stuff, so we'll put all that in here with the food stuff. These are good because they do both and they don't give me, they don't make me sick. Character sick. Let's see. That's ammo. I don't know why I split those up. Let's put that in there and that in there. I don't use really ever more than 300 in the pistol ammo, so I don't carry that much of it. Okay, so we're at 60% here because we're using the beams. So we need wolfram powder. We need to get the titanium housing set up. We can do that. We can do the calcite sheets and the heat resistant sheets now. I think we can do all those. So, Abel, welcome. We got to do the wolfram powder first because that's a big deal. Okay, so we're going to take all of this stuff down because we don't need these anymore. And so then let's go ahead and get our pieces put back in here. Really? We're going to be like that? No, we don't want that. Get it back up to the right height. See, why do you want to be like that? Okay, we're going to do it the hard way. Okay, won't work there. That's fine. Get that done. I'll just do this. And then we'll use the basic ones here to close this out. And then we're going to move all of these. Oh, you know what? I don't remember. Okay, so this is that thing that I was talking about yesterday. There's no way to look up what the wolfram powder recipe is. So that's the hard part. Is like, what is that recipe? Well, I know it's in the furnace, but does it come directly from these? And that's what I can't remember. So we're going to have to do it the hard way. Can I fit that right in there? I cannot fit that right in there. I don't like that I can't. I can't fit it. I can move these back down here, I think. Or I can move... Maybe I can move... Maybe I can move these out of the way so I have room. Okay, let's try that. Let's do this. Let's just put that down first, and let me confirm wolfram powder is the bars. Actually, so I can take this whole section out. I'm gonna make this stuff elsewhere. The only reason I was making it right here is because it was the quick and easy to getting set up through the first beginner resources that you have to get rid of and send to the corporations. Now this wolfram powder is used to make ammunition. So I want to put it close to my main base so it can continue to do that. Okay, so let's get rid of this one. We don't need that there because we actually have found a way around it. Okay, right. Now we can do the modular rails that one lane goes into 3 and the multi-rail. And I'll show you a good way that we can use this that will speed some stuff up. And I say speed it up with relativity. Because if you're going from 1 into 3, or 3 into 1, 1 into 3, it's going to speed things up. But at some point, you've got to come from 3 back down into 1. It doesn't necessarily speed anything up because you're going to have a choke point where you're going from 3 to 1. And that doesn't do you any good. So let's get these connected. Okay, then we take this and we're selecting Wolfram and we're just going to drop the first 100 right on there so we don't waste. And that'll make this super easy. And now we're spitting out our first levels of wolfram powder, and we'll do the same thing here. We're just gonna, and again, this is an irritation thing. If I'm pointing at it, that's where I want it to go. It acts like it goes right past what you're looking at to the ground level grid. So you put the cursor, it's going for the ground level grid, but when I'm putting up here, it's not pointing at where exactly I want it. So that's just, I mean, it's a quality of life thing. It's kind of irritating because it does make putting stuff when you're on the grid, it makes it a lot harder. See, and I can't get that stupid thing to want to focus right there. Let's see if I can get it to work this way. Well, I guess we'll just do it this way for now. But I'd like to do it in first person. I like the first person better. It's just me. Some people it doesn't bother. I'm always one for the first person views. I just am. I don't know why. I don't know why I like it that way better, but I do. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2. We'll do 3. And then we're going to take one of these, and for now we're just going to go out here like this, and we're going to put these cargo pieces down, because that is the way that you can wrap it out really quick when you're trying to put, when you're getting this done like this. You just connect, and then here to there, and here to there, and here to there, and voila, and then here to there. And you can see that they really designed this around using this construction drone, they call it, because it works really well if you're doing that. And so if you're like a Factorio fan and you like the top-down kind of look, this is going to get you that top-down look. Not exactly like Factorio, but I'd say probably close enough. And this irritates me a little bit. See how that's not centered? That leans over just a little bit. Something is not lined up. Either it's this, the furnace isn't lined up right in the middle, or the tower isn't lined up right in the middle of that square. And so that kind of tweaks my nipples just a little bit. Again, that's the OCD part of me. I want it nice and square and straight. And like this part too. It's like it goes up. So the inputs and outputs are off. This one's too tall. This one's too short in comparison. And then on this side, it's too tall in comparison to the tower. So it never exactly lines up to be square. Again, it's a personal deal. It's just the way that I like. I would like my stuff to line up, and I just like my stuff to line up. I do like this though. When you go to your towers, your storage depots, there's a line attached to it, it automatically says what's available that you can put in this storage. It gives you everything. Like I could click on any of this stuff and say that's what I want to go into storage. But for now, you know, it just tells me what's there, which is nice. I mean, I like that. That's a nice feature. Okay. We really need those tier 2 rails, though. It's killing me. Caliber. Okay, we're going to let that roll for a little bit. Let's go see what we unlocked with here. This greater mining limb, which is a personal, it's a waste. Now we need tubes to do the helium extractor. And then there's the large habitat, and it takes like the special top tier building materials, which I don't think I've even built a large hab yet, because you really don't, they're not needed. And maybe not now in the game, but maybe in the future. That's why they're there. Titanium housings, calcite sheets. We need to go do those really quick, because those, where am I at with? Do I even have the LEM unlocked to be able to put into the base? I do. Yeah, it doesn't like being put right there because it just doesn't. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to come inside. Actually, I'm going to hit F, and I'm going to get rid of this and put that on the second floor. Go up to the second floor here. And we're going to put the regeneration chamber. And we're going to put the LEM station. Brandon Winkler, in and out. Okay, so now we've unlocked survival, which is the green ones. Increasing harvester damage. Though I think I have ones that are already better than that. A green one. Maximum health. We're going to take maximum health.
That way, you won't fry your brain.
And that will up our health. We are level 4. We need to get level 5 for combat. We're level 9. We get to level 10 for movement. And then we can put some of the other stuff on there. Let's just make sure we don't need any of the sheets. Yep, 600. That gets rid of that. That's nice. That worked out really well. And we can do there. That works out good too. Yes. Yes. We need sheets. We had sheets over here, didn't we? We had rods. We need some sheets. Okay. Did this. Okay, they can set that off. Here. We'll plow through this one really fast. There we go. It'll fill those all up. We don't have to worry about that. Then these, we're gonna switch these back to sheets. I'm going to drop that. I don't care about that. Let's go make sure nobody needs the rods. Not the rods. Those thingamajiggers. You know what they were. These. You needed just that many. That was fortuitous, if I say so myself. Okay, so let's go do the other items on the other end. Okay. All right, you know what? I probably should go grab just a little bit more of those. Another 1,000 will be more than enough, I think. Whee! And we'll run over here to the other side. And now we will parse this stuff out into the other items that we need. Grab all these goodies right here because we're going to need to add them for our food recipes that we unlock. I think they ask for a lot, though, when it comes to those. I'll be honest. I mean, that's just maybe just me, but okay, let's get our floor rebuilt here. Why are you being a turkey? Really? It's not at the right height. Come on. Why? Why are you being finicky? That's being really finicky today. We'll do it this way then. You want to be like that. And that'll solve that problem. There we go. Alright, so now we need bricks and Merrick Lohman. Hey, thank you for the follow. I think I already said thank you though. Yeah, I did. Still, if you're out there, thank you. No, that's not what I want to know. This is what I want to know. Okay, so I have one here, heat resistant, titanium housing, calcite sheets is pretty much what I need right there. Sure. We're gonna go over here, and we have, what are these? These are both 2s, I think. 2. Just double check and make sure this is right. 2, so we can do 4. Smelters 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to put one of these in. Let's see. We'll just start it right down here. We'll make this easy. And then we will take this out. In order for speed, we'll do this. Hooking it all up. And voila. Okay, now let's get it turned on. We need the blocks. Oops, let's do that. Let's do that. There we go. We don't waste. Do that. Put that in there. We don't want to waste. So take that, and we don't have anything else to put in there, so it'll do its part. Alright, so now those only do, so we need the fabricators, and these produce 2 to 2, so it's 1 to 1. So then we need at least a fabricator. I want to get these little things off my deal, so we're going to do a fabricator because it does calcite sheets. And since we are 1 to 1, we can go here and here. Oh, come on. This is the part that irritates me just a little bit. So you can place it like that, but I can't place it standing there. Such a royal pain in the rear. Okay, so then these are insufficient power, we know. These are 1 to 1 as well. So easy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. 1 to 1s, 1 to 1s, 1 to 1s. Done. Let's get some rails put between them. Let's go get ourselves some more power. We need the juice. Just a little bit more. We'll probably need more than just a little bit, but that's okay. There we go. There we go. There. And then we'll replace all of this with the wind turbine generators just as soon as we have those unlocked. And that'll make all this a big difference. I could probably take all this out and run it up on the hill, actually. Oh, damn it. I think they could make those a little smaller so you could walk between them. Just me. My thought process. Okay, let's do this again. Why? Why are you colliding with something today and you weren't yesterday? Okay, we're going to do this the hard way today because it wants to act up. So irritating. So irritating when it does this that it drives me bonkers. Okay, we'll just do it like that, and then we're going to come back here, and we're going to go like this, and just do that. No big deal. See? Easy. Okay, now each one of these can do their own. We're just going to do that with it so it lines up in the middle. I'm going to do it this way again. Oh, and it went up one. That drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Come on, you guys got to fix that, man. Please fix that. Change anything, and then it randomly just jumps up one. All right, that 100. That's 100. We're gonna ride with it. You 15 at a time, man. We're gonna plow through that one quick, and then we can get the solar. We can get the wind turbines going. Okay. All right, we're going to let this one roll for a little bit. We're going to go back over to the other side. This is a back and forth kind of deal. You can't have more than one base. It would be nice to have a little buggy, because you do a lot of running in this game. Like a lot. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it'd be nice, even if it was just like a, I don't know, you had to build a pathway, like a walk path or something, that you, even though you had to like build it, so the first time you go somewhere, you still got to walk and build it all the way there, but after you get there, then it's just a matter of going right back to where it was at previously. Okay, I need to make ammo. So since these are filled, we're going to take all of them, and then we're going to take all of them, and we're going to go make some ammo, because we gotta reach out. We got to reach out. And then we got to select the recipe. Standard ammo. Why is it not unlocked? Did we miss something? I don't remember the ammo being locked like this. It's not an item that's on these. Do I have to get to the turret? Don't tell me I gotta get to the turret. Really? No. That doesn't make any sense. I need these, because that's what unlocks. Maybe it's because I gotta unlock it here first. And then we always want the bigger magazine. And then we will take movement speed. We'll take the movement speed. Okay. Put that back in there. There it is. You have to actually get the weapon. That was stupid me. Okay, that's, well, at least we know now. So we need to grab a bunch of this stuff, because we got to make ammo now. It'll all catch itself up. It'll be all good. Let's go in. Let's make ourselves some standard ammo. Max it out. There we go. Woo-doo. Okay. I'm going to go up here. Put a bunch of this up. I'm going to take a bunch of this with me. And then we'll... Oops, not what I meant to do. 37, 24. We're gonna rip through that pretty quick. Okay, that's doing its business. It's over there on the other side doing its business. This is back to working on plates. Whoopsie-doo. Going. Okay, this is all titanium bars. So now we need... fabricators. Because we are trying to make... It's going to be in here. Titanium housing. And I cannot remember for the life of me what the recipe is. And it doesn't have any way to tell. Okay, it's beams and sheets. 2 to 1. Okay, I messed that up for sure because I was not thinking of beams. 2 to 1, and I've got 8 of these. So I need twice as many beams as I need sheets. What does that come out to? Shit. What does that come out to? Let's see. We're talking about 8, which is the maximum we can do. All right, my brain ain't braining. My brain is not braining. So we need So we need 2, and then 1, and then 2, and then 1, and then we need 2, and we need 1 more, but we are not getting enough for that. It was... See? I need my big dumb ass needs a way to reference recipes in the game without having to open something like this up. 2 sheets to 1 beam. Okay. So we need 9, right? 9 items to make this work. Yeah, 9 items to make this work. 9 of these to make this work. But I can't do 9. Okay, so we do... Nope. We need these. Michael Kilgore, welcome. Okay, can we do that right there? We gotta leave space. We gotta leave space. It's not these that I need. Okay, so first off, let's... see. Okay. Okay, so this is a 1-to-1, and if we're doing sheets are a 1-to-1. So I'm not making any benefit there. And these are 1 for every 3 seconds. So really... Okay. We're going to do it like this. We're going to do this. It's the mathin' part that's got me right here. And the reason I say that is because if I'm 1-to-1 here, I'm releasing 1 bar every second. And here, if I choose this, I'm using 1 bar every 3 seconds. So I could get away with a whole lot more fabricators off of just one furnace. The problem is that I need more sheets than I need those bars. But it takes forever to make those bars. Or those, yeah. Ugh. The math is killing me. That's so fine. We'll deal with it like this. Deal with it like this, and if we have to, see that? Oh, drives me nuts. Oh, you can go look at that, and I can hit Z, and I can go right there, and I can do this, and I can go like that, and bam. Okay, everybody's making something. So here's the question that the math that's mathing me is killing me. Son of a gun. I need double the amount of these that I have of these, but these take longer to make. I think. Shit. I need a furnace. Let's just get making some. I need to go get some more stuff. Let's just get making something. Standing around thinking about it's breaking my damn brain. Breaking the brain. We do not need to break the brain. Carried those rods for something. I think it's a furnace that I'm needing here. Ah, biscuits. These. It is 1 to 2. So you need twice as many. No, that's what I'm making up there. I need. I need tubes. Which is a 1 to 1. Rods and sheets. Okay, first, we don't need you. Let's get rid of you and fill the hole back in. Breaking a brain. Okay, I'm already bringing the good stuff from up there down. So that's the piece that is the Twinkie to the whole deal there. I just don't think there's enough here. You know what? We're gonna give it a whirl. We're gonna give it a whirl. I don't give a damn. We're gonna do that. I think it can handle it. I think my brain is not thinking of it in the right way. I think I'm thinking about this. I'm overcomplicating the holy living shit out of this is what I'm doing. I need these sheets. Is that, what are those? Titanium bar. Let's drop that one off in here. Okay. And then let's make another fabricator. And then we need to change this fabricator to, because we need sheets and rods. So we need to change this one to rods. And I'm going to put a free bunch of rods in there so that stops. And then this one needs to be rods. And I'm going to stuff rods there. And then we're going to tell it, tell it to go. And bombots in and out. Okay, that'll do that, and it'll send it to there. Now it's one furnace per. No, it's not a furnace. It's that. Just like that. Stand right in the middle. And I can put that right there, and then I can take this, and I can go to there, take this, and I can go to there, and I know that people are going to be like, well, you're not thinking of it the right way because you can do this a different way. I know I can. I'm just kind of doing it the way that my brain will allow me to function without short-circuiting in the best way possible. So that's how I'm doing that. Because my brain will short circuit. And it's not pretty. Hit Y. And then we can put these out here as we need to build off of. So, I hate doing that. That looks so ugly, but it is what it is. We're just tossing these out here. Do not care. I'm just trying to make it so that I can build off of it and not have major issues. Floor built up here so we can use it. I don't know what I just did. I just clicked somewhere it shouldn't have. Yeah, whatever that was. I don't know what that was, but it didn't work the right way. Okay, let's go back up top, because that's what we need to do. We need to be back up here where we can see it from the top section and look down. And this will let us do this. Hydration is low. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? I'm running around like a madman. Okay. We need... Okay, I need to go look first. I know I need those tubes for a reason. Okay, let's do a little... Use that. And use that. That get rid of that. Okay, so we're making tubes. Okay. Somehow I think I'm going to need these tubes, so we're gonna take these and we're gonna run our silly little butt back over here. We're still working on that. Okay. Oh, look at that. That was work perfect. All right. So now we need rotors to get the wind turbines going. All right. Good. And we need titanium housing or heat resistant sheets. We're going to go do those. That's a whole nother base for heat resistant sheets. That's going to be a whole new... Yeah, that's going to be a whole different deal. I need tubes to unlock this. Okay. We're going to need a lot more. This is Wolfram powder, and it's working on it. And we just level that shit up. We'll be done with it. Now we need ceramics. Tubes for helium. War bonds. Let's see. We need the titanium housing. Rotors. And rotors. Fabricator. Oh, yeah. We need 600 for those. Oof. 600. Need some more plates. Wolfram wire. I have that sitting out there. And way more plates. Way more plates. I don't have anything that needs the titanium beams. Really? None of these need the titanium beam? I could have swore there was some... Yeah, it was right there. It was the housing. But that was it that you need the titanium beams for. Oh my goodness. Okay, no big deal. No big deal. Alright, we'll let the wave go by. I'll get a drink here. Get some water. Okay. Take those with me. I don't think I unlocked. Did I? It's upstairs. Let's just go see. I don't think I unlocked anything to put the blue in. Did I? I did. Let's put that in because that gives me a better radius. So my character's in the middle of the map. It gives her a greater radius to see what's going on. So we'll do that. We'll put that there. I'm going to swap that. Nope, we're going to put that up. Let's just put a box up here. We'll just put a box here. We'll start putting these up here. That way it doesn't turn into a nightmare. Okay. Let's just make sure that's ammo. We have some wire. Do we have wire? We have wire needs somewhere in here, don't we? Right there. Shh, cool it off. It's open. We're good. Just go out here. Cool it off. Oops, 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 oops. Go, open it. We need one. I think we only need like that many. Oh, I needed one more piece. Let's do this. No. Okay. I don't know why that. Okay, can I get rid of that? How do I get rid of that? Request limit. How do I get rid of it? I don't know what that means. It didn't really tell me what that meant. Okay. Another little weird thing in the game that I do not know what it means. Okay, there. And then we need 500 powder. We're just trying to unlock these recipes is what we're after. Okay, 500 powder. So we're going to do that. And then I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to pop one. Go here and insert that, so that covers that. And then I need to get that 600. Oh, I need 1,000 wolfram powder right there. Ooh. And I still need 700 plates. Okay, we're gonna do that over in the other spot. Yeah, we're gonna go do that in the other spot. Okay, let's run back over here. Let me think about this in my brain. I can make this work. You don't have to do separate lines for every item. So I don't have to have a specific rails only for, you know, the beams and a separate specific rail only for the plates. Oh, you know what? I'm going to get my damn plates right now, though. You can put them all on one. And so that is a true way to do it. Question is, do I do it that way? And that's the good question. That's the big question. Everybody kind of does it a little bit different. So I can... I could line up. Let's do this with a C. I could line these up right here. Right? If I line these up here, I could get 4 of these in. And then I just run straight across with those. Get rid of this garbage, because, you know, we can't just automatically get to the right height, can we? Then we come in with these, and we just go above or under. We're going to go above, because above is easier. Let me see. Let's just see what the height is. Yeah, we got to go up 1. Ah. Okay, we'll just do that. Oh, no, you big dope. And then we go up 1. Click up 1. Up 1. And then the only one we have to go up 1 is this one. And then the rest of these can stay right on the same level. And then we can go here to there and out and out and there and there. I really hate it. Oh, that's because that one's taller. And we should be able to go there now. Can we go from right there? Over we can. Oh, this will work out pretty good then. Now, go from here to there. From here to there. From here to there. It looks like shit. It does. It looks like poo. Okay, I guess we're going to put some more generators up here, because, we need the wind turbine big time. Coming soon, though. Coming soon. It should unlock like any freaking time. Those furnaces freaking just chonk on the powder, man. Okay, that'll get us at least a little bit further through. We need housings, and we, for some reason, don't have housings unlocked. Why do we not have housings unlocked? That is the million-dollar question, ladies and gentlemen. Why do we not have housings unlocked? Probably because we need these plates. Plates matter. And we are making those. So, for storage. You know what? I think it needed to go in the middle. It did need to go in the middle. Believe that? It duped me. It duped me. It got me. Okay. Yeah, we need more power here too. Scotty, I need more power. I'm giving it all I got, Captain. The power thing. I told you yesterday. The solar generator power deal is going to be the bane of your existence in the beginning of this game. Once you get to the point where you have unlocked, you've unlocked the wind turbines, it becomes less of an issue. And yep, I'm just stuffing these things right through the rock because I don't care, literally, as long as they are touching to the point that they share their electricity, because I'm going to rip them all out as soon as I have it unlocked. Rotors, tubes. Okay, we're going to do tubes. Ceramics over there. Titanium housing is up there. Okay, where is it? I need rotors. Rotors. Oh. Okay, why? There. Now I can make titanium housings. Okay. That was just slightly frustrating, but that's okay. We need to go do those. That's over at the other spot. I need those. Oh, let's get rid of that too. Oh, so close. So close. Let's see. I need 9. I need 59. 59 of the titanium sheets will get me heat-resistant sheets, and then I got to make glass. And I have to unlock glass through the helium. Oh, man. So not fun. Okay, let you guys get... Once 300 is done, so then on my way back, that should be done. Can I make the jump? Oh, I did it! Whoop, whoop! Okay, I just want 59. Split. Put those back there. Okay, that covers that. We're making those. And we have got those. Okay, oh, that makes it easier though, because we do this, and then we do that. Whoop, whoop. And we do this, and we do that. And so this will speed up the initial part. Once you get it loaded, then it's a whole lot different. So it's a pull system, not a push system. And so it only, each one of your items here gets what it needs based off of whatever the intelligence system says. Hey, it says I need more plates. And so then the system says, hey, I've got plates, and it sends them a plate, right? And so it's an on-demand kind of system. Once they're loaded, it's a whole lot easier. Once it's loaded, then I could turn it all off. I could tear down this system and put it on one rail. And that makes it so much faster. And once I have level 2 rails, then it moves a lot faster going back and forth and shipping this all over the place. But it's that initial loading that always takes so much time in getting items moved over so that it can start making what you need it to make. And oh, I needed those though. Shit. There. Golly, man. I screwed myself over. See, and now, as you can see, it only pumps out, 1 or 2 here or there. And, like, literally, these are all sitting still because this one's pumping them out fast enough to meet the demand. So, having all of these set up it's kind of pointless because the rest of these are doing nothing. And so it's the same thing over here. Macbeth! Welcome, dude. Shoot. See, like these are sitting still. And so essentially you have this one producing all of those rails that you need to fill this one piece, and then these are barely doing any work. Oh, well, okay, hang on. Let's turn the rest of them on. Maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe that'll make a difference. Okay, let's see what happens now. Yeah, now it's shipping out the rest of them. Turn them all on, dummy. Come on, dummy. All right, let's put some storage up here. So that's going to come out in the middle. So we're just going to do that. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that. And we're going to do this. And then somebody needs these. So we're going to just make the same line back the same way. And we'll do that. Do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do that. Oh, and then we need to turn these on now too. But of course, my power shut down again because you can't actually have this do anything without the power shutting off. All right, let's get some more power. Man, I need them solar generators. Something horrible. Or the wind generators. Sorry. I don't know why my brain's got solar generators. I guess that's what I'm putting in, but not exactly sure why the storage would need. I guess maybe it would need it. I don't know. I don't believe it though. Okay, we're cranking. I need to get a bunch of these because it's going to be the same thing as before. Crazy horse. We got to get a stack of these so we can turn them in. I don't want to do anything just yet with turning it on and send them out until I've got these containers filled up. So let's go check our calcite over here because we've got a bunch of stuff over here that we need to turn in as well to unlock recipes. And that's the great thing about this game. There's always something to do. Always. Someplace to go, something to turn in, recipes to unlock, blueprints to find. There's always something going on. See, it's got question marks, which means that all of our calcite sheets, we got nowhere else for them to go. And so we just look real quick. And yeah, there's nothing else that's needed in any of these. So we're gonna collect these, and then we're gonna take them all down because we're gonna need to send those sheets elsewhere. And then we'll fill the hole. Which I was watching somebody saying a nice quality of life piece would be is when I take this stuff down, it leaves the pad underneath. So I don't have to constantly be filling holes. And I agree. Constantly filling holes like that, it's just a disruptor. It's not like it's oh my god, it's the most horrible thing ever, but it is a disruptor to the game. Okay, so we're taking this stuff. The reason we're taking it is because we have to go use it to unlock new recipes over here. Which I think the new recipe is this thing. It's going to be, calcium powder and ceramics. So now we can make ceramics, and then the calcium powder is something that goes, I think it goes into the ceramics. Calcium powder, and we need to do that. and some inserted sheets right there. That takes care of that. We got to make the glass, so we have to unlock the glass first. And then we need a bunch of this other... Oops, I can go get that. I've got that back at the other base. And I need to make a bunch of those. Okay. So we need 200 of those. And then ceramics. Ceramics are made in the furnace. And again, this is kind of the irritating thing. I don't know what the recipe is, because there's no... Like, when you unlock it, you should have, like, a recipe book or something I can just look at. But no, I gotta make this stupid thing. So wolfram powder and calcite sheets. I really should make my calcite sheets over here, because my wolfram is over there. And it's faster to bring it from there than it is to try to bring it from all the way over there. And since I don't have the drone system to move things around with yet, it's all by rail at this point. Have I unlocked tier 2 rails? I still haven't. What does it take to unlock tier 2 rails? Because that's a long way to go. Let's look here real quick. Tier 2 rail tier 2. So we need the titanium housings and the heat resistant sheets. And the heat resistant sheets, I've got a place where I'm going to make those. Again, it would be nice to know what the recipe is. I have to unlock them still, though. So, glass and sheets, and see, and I know exactly the perfect place to make these. I know exactly the perfect place to make those. Oh, biscuits. Okay. I think I needed 200 more of those is all I needed. Let's go make sure that's not a lie. There we go. So that gets my calcium powder going. I need a lot of calcium powder. I need 600 right there. I need 800 right there. So I need 600 and 800, and it's also what's used in the glass. Okay. And the ceramics. I need sheets of wolfram powder. So let's... Where are we at with... Okay, so we've got enough right there. Let's rotate this just a little bit. This one is producing 1 to 1. 1 every second. Really what I mean. This produces the same thing here. So 4... We need 4 furnaces to burn that off. Okay, we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. And okay. So if we do 4 furnaces, no, smelters. Okay, so we do 4 smelters. We can go right out, do it right there. Oh, biscuits! Yeah, once you have the drone, it's so much better to just use the drone. And I've got to take out 2 of those. So 1, 2. You know what? We got to take out more than that. I got to make room. Another smelter. Turn it around. Bring it up to the right height. Bam. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Oh, are you... I still put it in the wrong spot. Ah! How in the hell did I do that again? You know what? Screw it. I'm going to roll with it. Because I don't feel like continuing to futz with it. And then we need to have it come out. Again, there's that deal. I want it to go with the one I'm pointing at, not the ground behind it. J-Strike, welcome. Let's see. It always wants to go to the ground. Wants to go to the world grid on the ground and not on the new level that I created. And that's where we run into our issues, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're just going to do that. No, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that one. What the hell? We're going to go from here to here. And that at least looks a little better. Okay. At least it looks a little better. Let's go ahead and use this again. Use our little drone. Seems to really like you building with the drone. Okay, we don't go any further than that because we're just feeding these four. And then we're going to come out with our product. And we're going to put it there. And again, we're making calcite blocks right here. And we're going to loop them around. And then we're going to we'll just drop it right on this side. And make calcite sheets. So then we go to here and we pick up fabricator. We want to make one more. And then we'll grab this and we'll just fill it out. And yep, we are going to have to do some fixing because the power went out and we knew that would happen. So we're just going to do it like this real quick. Grab a couple of these. 1, 2, and we'll just pop a few here. Here. That should turn everything back on. Okay. And then we need to make a new ground on the back side of this because we're going to bring this stuff all out. Why are you being a pain in the rear? Let's go down. Let's get these connected so we at least have something moving along. I think I still have to tell those to make blocks. Blocks. Yep, we got to tell it to do blocks. Alright, so those will load up with blocks, and then as those build out, we are making sheets. Sheets. I gotta remember what the hell we were deciding to make over here. I know we needed sheets because we were taking it off from over there because we're bringing it over here, and I think it was in our furnace. That's what we need to look at real quick. Again, God, it'd just be nice to have a single button to open up recipes. ceramics. Ceramics we're going to get made over here. Okay, so now I got to ship in wolfram powder from over there. One of the things I want to do, though, is do these couple of things that are right local so that I can get rid of any of the little alien zombie or alien bugs. They're going to interrupt my business. So we're going to do this this little radio beacon. What do they call this thing here? The geoscanner. I'll get this guy and this. So this geoscanner, these are like a mini game in this. You click it and you get like 3 waves as this little dial builds up to 100%. And so you have 3 waves of bugs that you have to kill. Easy peasy way to do this is you do just one of these. And you go like this. And you just take this down when you're done. Oh. I'll just put a little ledge on it right here. Okay. And now I can see which way they're coming from. Blue guys are always priority. You always want to get the blue guys first because they pop cork and their little blue deal will take away your shield and keep you from being able to regenerate. I'm fairly certain them little guys could jump. Well, it's at 100%. Ticks. And then you just take the whole thing down. And you can do that with any one of these. Some of them will jump bigger, though. They'll jump higher and stuff like that. And so you just... Now, when you look at your map, that radio or that geoscanner opened up this whole area, and it shows me where all the bodies are. And it unlocks, you know, there's a drone wreck and that kind of stuff like that. This is an underground cave. So every time you find those, you kind of want to unlock them because it makes it easier to find the things that you're after. Really does. So, but it's like a 3 or 4 wave deal, and the further away you get from the base to take them on, the little bit harder they get. I haven't found any one of them to be like, oh my god, I can't beat it. And if it gets to a point where it's like too overwhelming, you just run away, and then they'll clear out, and then you come back and try again later. You don't have to sit there and die for it to get it unlocked. And it's a nicety. In all honesty, you don't even have to do these. If you're good at just searching, then you don't even have to do them. And that I think is the thing. One of the things that I like about this game so much is the fact that, other than the building part of it, you're not forced to do any of the combat, really, because you can do all of the exploration right after the wave, so it kills all of the creatures. And you're good. You just go explore, have fun. And then you just dip back to a safe area before they all start respawning. So if you don't want to fight, if that's not your deal, you just want to build, you don't have to ever upgrade any of the cores. So you really don't have to do... I mean, you might have to do a little bit because occasionally a bug will show up later game. Like onesies or twosies. It's not like a full horde or anything like that. And so it makes it super simple. Okay, so now this... I need to make sure that I'm getting all of Okay, so if I go right here and I hit T, T locks what I was building, and I can look and see and make sure I've got everything that I'm after. I wish it would show me where that one was at, though. Okay, hit T again. It moved just a little bit, but that's all right. We'll just screen it out a little bit, and then place it right there. And now I saw that there are some little creatures over here, and they will attack this if they're, see, they're already headed for it. Hit those guys on the nose, and they pop. And there you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now my new base area is set up. I set it a little lower than I normally do. I usually build it up higher, but at this point I've got both that wolfram and I got this titanium, and now I can use both of them, and I'll send part of that wolfram over here to make the ceramics. Simple. And then I'll use the rest of these to do other stuff with. I don't think there's enough. There might be enough. If I do some of that, I could ship it over here, and I could get away with probably doing the plates over here. But I got a good spot over there that I want to do the plates. But that means building a whole nother base and doing a whole bunch more stuff. Okay, so now here's a little tip. These you can build and use to protect your core. You can't build on the regular ground 3 high with these, but if you put it on this base, then you can build 3 high, and the creatures can't get to your core to infect your core and get your core to shut off. And so that makes your core one of the most valuable. It makes it the most valuable thing in the game. But if you upgrade it, then you risk being attacked. It can handle more heat, because right now you see a core heat level right there in the top center, and that's what you want to make sure that you don't, you're careful with. But it takes a lot to get it over 1,000, and there are other ways and things that you can unlock in further on in the game that don't require you to upgrade your core. And so if you've seen, the waves of bugs that are trying to attack a core, well, that's because you upgraded your core and you invited that. You don't have to do that in this game. You don't have to upgrade your core. It's not a requirement to be successful in this game at all. Again, it's a nicety. If you have it and you can. Okay, let's do this. I want to come up. So let's do this. There. You know what? I think I want to do it off of that. So if we hit F, just get rid of this line. No. You know what? I'm going to get rid of that line, and then we're going to do this. And I can do that, and then we put one of these right here. I think it's right there. It's right there. There. If I go up one more, I think that'll give me what I want. And I can get away with it too. I can get away with it. Okay. Now, let's hit Y, and then that locks that in at that height. So I don't make a mistake of screwing it all up. And then I can do this. And this is what I'm doing right here is kind of preemptive. I'm probably wasting time. I shouldn't be really focused on this because I don't need that right this second. What I do need, though, over here is to build a habitat. Because without the habitat, you can get caught in the open, and then you die. And then you're running for your life from a heat wave. And you don't want to do that. Ah, get off that. Get off of it. Get up there. Get up there. Okay. Okay, well this won't go up this high, I don't think, will it? Oh, it says it will. I think we're getting close, though. Yeah, we're getting close. So now we just take these down, hit Y, and we just randomly put these out here. So it'll hold the base up, and we can extend it higher. Again, we can't take these regular ones and stack them unless we have a plate down. So you can build a base that sticks up way higher. You can put a base down and put all of those on there, and then take the flat pieces and go on top of that and put a habitat and stuff up there. But man, if you want to build a base like that, go for it. You can. The game allows for it, but it's a long way up, and it's a lot of resources. And so far, I've only taken fall damage like one time, but I haven't seen the benefit of trying to build something that high. I just haven't. So. All right, and let's put these down, the support beams, pop those on there. They click on there really well. They snap right to those spots. There's some stuff in the game that doesn't snap as well, but these pillars to the base pieces, the support beams, they snap impressively well. And so I like that because it helps you build. To me, it seems, now, and this is going to sound, I don't know, it might sound a little shitty, but to me, it seems like they did enough of this while they were playing the game and looking at stuff and testing stuff that they realized that this was important to get right, so they got it right. There's some other stuff that you're like, you guys didn't test that very well, and it tells me that they did not. That was one of those things that they didn't, whoever was doing it, tested it like in a sandbox or something, and they didn't spend a lot of time understanding the mechanic behind what they were asking the system to do. Again, my opinion, just the way that I kind of perceive it. I've spent a lot of time doing project management in the software world, so I've seen stuff like that before where they just get excited, and instead of saying I need to test everything properly, they test what they're working on, and that's it. And then it doesn't work with other stuff, but if it's in their own sandbox, it works perfectly fine. And you're like, come on, you knew that was going to interface with other things. You're supposed to test it all. So that's what I think. I think somebody was working on some of this stuff in a sandbox, and then they didn't even bother to, when they integrated it with the whole game. I feel like more and more early access keeps coming out to be like we're free paid testers for video game companies now. I really do. I mean, I know it might sound a little rude, but anymore, it just seems like they're missing the point of like, oh, my game's ready. Or I'm going to put it in early access and I'll let people buy it and they can test it for us and tell us what's wrong. It's like, just hire a tester. If you got the right tester, hell, I'll test it for you. I'm good at breaking a game. When I was working as a project manager, we were doing software stuff. I'd be like, all right, show me how it works. And then I'd be the monkey smacking my head on the keyboard, smacking the keyboard. I'd be like, okay, what broke? If you can't keep me from putting my hand on the keyboard and it not breaking, then you need to work on it. And man, that used to make some developers mad. They're like, who's going to just smack the keyboard like that? I said, man, you never know when somebody trips and falls over or, does something like that accidentally. I mean, it's very accidental, but it's something that can happen. And, they do that. And then it breaks the whole system. Well, you got to fix it. Can't let that happen. They used to hate me, though. But I always found the bugs because I'd be like, look, monkey on a keyboard. Smack it away. Okay, I think I want to go up right here if I'm going to do it. So we're just going to finish this right there. Why does it not like... See, this is another weird thing. Sometimes these support beams, when you try to do this, bring it out like this, it'll play just fine. But other times it wants to be weird, but you can put a single one down and there's no problem. And so there's something that it's registering that it doesn't like when you do that. And it's not everywhere and it's not all the time. It's just there's some points where it gets a little squirrely. And you can't see anything different. So I don't know if there's like a single pixel that might be in the way. I don't know. Okay. We need power. Oh. Well, first, let's go to the habitat. Let's put some stuff down, see where the power's at. Let's see. We want to go on this end. Habitat. Airlock. I like putting the airlock right there. And then I put the corporate terminal right inside the door, so you can just come right in and immediately see what you need. All right, so that's rails 2. Okay, we need rotors. Rotors. Why am I so concerned with the ceramics? Give me the food station. Tubes are going to get me the helium. Titanium housing is going to get me the war bonds. It's the rotors that I need more than anything. Okay. Let's do this real quick. Let's just get this one set up. We're going to put that right there. We're going to put our recipe station right there. We're going to put our weapons right there. We're going to put our standard workstation right next to it. Our regeneration is going to go right there. Need a couple of storage boxes right here, just in case. We won't worry about a LEM station here, storage boxes. And then the all ever-present, always, I did put those in the wrong direction. Let me put that over here. That's okay. We'll just leave it like that. We just need to be able to see outside so we know when the fire comes through. Let's just look at this again real quick. Rotor. And the rotor is made in the fabricator. Okay, we're going to need... Let's just put... I'm going to go over here real quick. Just drop a fabricator really fast. Fabricator. Rotors. Wolfram wire, titanium rod. Rupture's coming. Titanium rod and wolfram wire is all the way over. I got that already just pretty much over there. But I got wolfram wire right here, and I got titanium rods I can make right here. So let's do that here. Yeah, let's do that here. Okay, let's get inside so we don't die. We use these up for now. We'll use that. Let's do the research on that item and on that bug body. That'll give us some more data points. We got this one too. Get that. That got us some more data points that we'll need. Let's go look here. Furnace, do we have anything we need data points? No. We need ceramic, we need glass, we need, yeah, ceramics and glass. That's a big thing that we need. Ceramics to unlock other stuff. Okay, so we don't need to carry around extra ammo. Don't need that. I'm going to have to run back and get some more basic building material, I think. And here we go. This would be so scary. That's all I gotta say. This would be absolutely terrifying. Whoosh. My mouse vibrates. So that when a fan comes through, I feel my mouse vibrating. Okay, wire and rods, wire and rods, wire and rods, wire and rods. That's what we're doing. Wires and rods, rods and wire. Yeah. Let's see what we can get away with. We don't need a lot. We just need to be able to get... Okay, let's reset myself here. And then once this goes down to dark, I should be good. Okay. All right. Enough horsing around. We're going to have to run back to the other base because we're not going to have enough to do all of these that we need to. Come on. It's not overheated. There we go. Thank you. I want to put just enough that I don't. Okay. That gets us power. We're good there. Let's see. We need... Okay. Let's go over here. We need to put down our drills. Excavators. Okay, where are the excavator? We got one right there. And I think there's... Yeah, let's go over here. Let's grab this one that's all the way over here. And put that this way. And this one is... So it's a 4. So we're getting 2 at a time off of this. So we need to marry it up with one up here that is doing the same. Or we're going to have to use 2 of these because those are crap right there. So those don't work very well at all. Let's just go up here so we can get it put up. I think these are 1-to-1s. Yeah, these are 1-to-1s. So I don't think there's another one up there, so I'm gonna have to use this one. Just make sure that there's not another one up here. Yeah, those two are much better quality. You can see by the way that the stone looks versus the way that those look. Those look nicer in comparison to how ragged these look. So that's how what's one of the ways that you can tell. I can't tell very well when it comes to the wolfram, and I can't tell worth a damn when it comes to the calcite at all. And I can't tell the difference at all with the helium. But they did a good enough job on the titanium that you definitely can tell. Shoo. We're going to do 2 to match that 1. And... okay. I think... Where do I want to do this at? Because I can come up a little higher. Or I can just continue on this height. I think I'm going to continue on this height. But this is what's going to cost me the most. Because I'm going to hit a point I don't think it's going to like me going out. But I could be a big fat liar. Yes. I don't think we have to get too hairy here. You just have to line it up. And we should be all right. Okay, so we want that to come here. And then there'll be 4 smelters. Let's use this so that we don't screw it all up. Yeah, we're going to do it just like that. See, no, not enough resources. I got to run back. I knew it. I knew it. Knew it was going to happen. Q, hold Q, puts the gun away. Puts whatever you have in your hands away. The bonus is we might have some stuff made over here. Maybe. Oh, we were just making those. We don't need those. Not right now. But I do... What makes powder? I want to change those to making powder. So it's just blocks. So we're going to ditch... these. That's not going to give us enough of anything... But to remind myself, I'm going to drop a furnace in over here so that I don't screw it up later. Okay, and then we're going to tell it go calcium powder. So I'm building calcium over here. Calcium powder over there. These little glowy things, they're ignitium. Only thing they have a use for in the game is to upgrade your towers. But again, that instigates having waves attack your base. And so you really don't want to bother with it. If you let them cool, though, they grow a little white with polka dot blue markings on them. And when they do that, you can use it for food. So I let him be, I guess is what I'm saying. Let him be. Let him be. Let him be. Oh no, I need to get building materials. Take that. Take those. We're going to do a loop here, just a little bit. All right, so let's turn these on. You. And you. And you. And so that will speed these along to the next level. Okay, and then we're gonna see if we can make the jump again. Ugh, did it. Okay, and now we can turn these on. Who needed those? You did. Something tells me I need some of these for a recipe, but I'm gonna let that roll, and we're gonna roll back down here. Because we need the ceramics, and we need the rotors. And those are the only thing that's going to get us to the next level, so we've got to kind of... Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Going to get us the power. I guess that's what I should say. That's the more important thing, is it's going to get us the power that we need. All right, let's put a couple of furnaces in while we're here. C, I can just do this, rotate, bingo, bango, bongo. Take that, grab that. See, they don't line up even down the center. That one might have. No, it's off by a little bit. Okay, so those are cranking out. There we go. There we go. Oh, and I got stuff in my pockets to put in there. We'll put you in there. We put you in there. Save ourselves a little trouble. Put you in there. Do we have any more? Put that in there. Okay, so now pack those up. And drop that garbage. I don't need those. I'll keep those for now. We'll put them over here. Yeah, we'll put them over here. We need to just make some storage over here, though. That's the kicker. See, why? Why do you not like... Okay, we're going to do it like this then. Oh, no. I didn't hit Y to keep it at the right level. See, and then that little change that they do in the environment is to show that it moved to the next level of stuff. Is, I don't know. It's a silly little thing to be just overjoyed about, but it's a wonderful little feature to the environment that just makes it feel like things are kind of alive and a visual indicator of how everything's going. Like, okay, the environment just changed, the sky color changed, the green fully came back. I think that's a really fun feature that they added to give good examples of, the game environment just changed. The bugs are back, be wary, that kind of thing. Okay, so we need to put in some storage. cheat this a little bit because we know we're going to put in those. So we're just going to click there, and then I'm going to do this. And now I don't have to carry those around. And I don't waste them. Because that's the one thing that also kind of... it's kind of an irk in the game. Like, Satisfactory does it really well. I don't know about Factorio, if one of my Factorio people is out somewhere on. But in Satisfactory, all of your excess you can send off to get like tickets for extra things in the game. Here, once you have extra right now, you just have extra. And your whole production line just shuts down. There's nowhere to get rid of it. There's no recycler. There's none of that kind of stuff that helps you deal with anything extra, so you can keep your production lines rolling along. And that, it is what it is. But it's a little frustrating. I'd like to keep my production lines moving and making stuff, and when you can't, you can't. And it makes me cry. I'm kidding. I'm being a wiener about the whole thing. I'm whinging a little bit, but that's what I do. I'm just picky about my video games. I like my games to be right the first time. And I swear I've got about 4 different games of this going, and I've never built any base or any production line yet exactly the same. None of them. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of that too. And that one. I'm gonna make a grand staircase. These are easier to get up and down on. See, there we go. This is that random, just that random little thing that I've got a bug running around who is being a butthole. Oh, yeah, here they are. But as soon as I unlock the turret, I can just set a turret over here and just make sure it's got ammo in it every so often, and it will deal with these, and I don't have to bother. Makes it easy peasy. This guy's driving me nuts. Though sometimes you kind of want to go out. I mean, you're missing part of the game because these right here are data points that you can turn in. And you can get extra points for, so I don't know why you wouldn't want to. Let's see if this works. No, it's not going to work. It's going to be off. Damn it. That's okay. Don't go that way. Level that out like that. And these are kind of weird. I don't know why it sticks those out every so often. That's never explained. It just pops those in there every so once in a while. Okay, we needed 4. Smelters. Hit C so I can use my drone. Again, you have to research the drone. It's not something you get right away. Okay, and then we're bringing those 2 down here. So I want the input right there. We'll see if this works. I don't know if I'm going to get 4 right here or not. That rock may interfere. Well, it's going to let me do it. Screw it, I'm doing it. Okay, now we need to put those connectors in. And then I'll need those two to come down. I think they'll work right there. And then our outputs. This will make sense in just 1 second, because these are all going to go together. Yeah. Okay. Now we need to get rails. And we'll take that rail to there, that rail to there, and that one to the input, and we'll just work our inputs down. And then we want to work our outputs. And this one I want the outputs coming down this direction. And you'll see why in a second. And then that one, I'm going to go there with that one. And then this one, I'm going to do this. No, I'm not going to do that with that one. I think I'm going to do that with that one. Okay, we want these all to come down. So let's go back to our drone. Kind of working this one ass backwards, but that's all right. We'll be all right. It just has to get done. Okay. So now from there, I want you to connect there. From you, I want you to connect there. And yay, it was not too far. And then we're going to run our inputs this direction. Okay. Now we need titanium bars. Titanium bars. Oh, you know what? I don't think we wanted to do that the way that I thought I wanted to do that. Because the fabricator, we're making rotors. Okay, where's my test fabricator's not there. Go, go, go. Come on, guy. Rotors. Titanium rods and wolfram wire. Son of a bitch. Okay. No, that's alright. We'll make it work. Okay, so we've got to go... These are 1-to-1. Will it let me get away with this? It will. Over one more. Okay, let's do this with the drone because it just seems to be the easier way to do it. I don't have to go that way. I need to make... You went too high, you big boob. Okay. And those are going to be 1-to-1, but they're all going to end up being offset because I screwed it up. That's okay. Let's see if it'll let us do it. All right, well, screw it. It'll work. They'll let us do it. Okay. But we're going to do it. Okay. So we really need to go right here. Right there. Right there. And right there. Okay, that works. We're going to go here like this, and then here like this, and here like that, and like that. And then we're just going to kind of connect this whole road, because that's going to go right there. No, that one, I got unlucky. Okay. Let's run down here and look at this. We're going to have to undo some stuff here. Okay. One, we don't want that connected anymore. Let's do it this way. We'll take that out. We'll take this out. We'll take this out. Ooh, okay. Then we will run here this way. And from here, we'll run all of that here. And then it can feed... all of this can feed this system. I think we want to go the other way, though, with this, honestly. Yeah, I think we want to go the other way with these. Because we're offset down that direction. We want everything to be able to feed towards the long end. Okay, so now this one needs to be rotors or Wolfram wire. Wire. And we're going to go wire. And we're going to go wire. And we're going to go wire. Okay. And then these are all going to be rods. And guess what I happen to have in my inventory? Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I didn't waste it. You'd almost think that was planned. Almost. And then let's finish putting in... those pieces. All right, we got. We're making. Oh, you know what? No, I don't have any more. Okay. Now, and I know I need to solve the power problem. Individually, it says it'll do it. Do that with it, and then we'll just add that right there. Let's go fix our power problem, and this can get cooking. We gotta put some extra in here because when we put the other 4 more pieces down, it's gonna be a pain. We're gonna run into other issues, I think. So we'll just solve the issues right now. Oh, come on. See, it's just, then you just got to do this, and voila, it works. Okay. Oh, are you? Okay, I'm not. I'm going to get rid of them as soon as I get this going. Okay, so now we need 4. We're not. Oh, I didn't even tell that to start cooking. Whoopsie. Well, that would have been nice to remember to do. I'm like, why aren't those going yet? Okay, are we hung up because you haven't made what you need to make? Okay, I should probably take these this way, and I should take these this way, and we're just going to take them down a level, to be honest. Probably would be the better way to do it. However, if I put at least 2 of these up, we can give ourselves a little backup. Put that one right there because I want to connect these two. Graven, welcome in. We are driving ourselves nuts. Okay, we want those rods. We want rods. Okay, now we're going to spit out all the rods. We're going to fill all this up with rods. I think I want to come this way. I think that's the way I want to go. So we're going to go from here to there. And then we're going to go put ourselves some storage over here and run all of these this way. 1 and 2. And then we'll be able to take it down, and we'll put the last 4 that we need down there, and it'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy. We need this, and then we'll just use the drone and attempt to make our life somewhat easier here. You know what? I don't like that. That looks like poo. Yeah, you can whine all you want. Okay. Alright, so now comes the fun part. We need to be able to drop it down. and do 4 more fabricators. Let me go stand over here and then do this. Okay, we need to make room for... We're going to do 2 lines simply because it's going to be faster. So let's see, if we start this one right here, gotta let us turn out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this part I know I'm fairly, I got to do on the ground because I can't see the elevations very well. So you can do, we'll do this. We'll do 1. Can I get away with it? Yep, no, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna do that. It's a weird thing they've got. You can raise and lower these little towers, but if there's anything underneath of it, it barfs out. So there's level 1, 1, 2. We'll just do that. 1, no. 1, 2. We'll do that. 1, 2. We'll do that. Level tap 1, 2. We'll do that, and then the other one can just go normal height. I think we have to do offset. We'll offset this way though. Okay, so now we go from here to this side, from here to this side. Can we make that work without it looking stupid as shit? No. Can we make that work without it looking stupid as shit? That works better. So... let's ditch to this line and go the other direction with it. Here to here, here to here, here to here, there to there, there to there. That goes this way, that goes to that one goes to that one. Now we move this down. We go from that one to that one, and that one to that one. And then we connect the last one down. And... okay, so he went to the top one. This one's got to go to the bottom one. That. We're just going to loop-de-loo right around there. And guess what? Rotor, rotor, rotor. Okay. And now it's pumping them all out. Let's get the connectors hooked up. And those will pump them out, and then we will pump it out right here. I think we'll be fine. You know what? Yeah, it'll be fine, because we're going to put... no, it won't be fine. Take that out, and then we have to put in one of these. And then... oh, you biscuit eater! And now I got rotors. Looks like I should probably go from there to here just to help alleviate some of the traffic jam. Yeah, there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. So now that will, oh, look at that. Hey, we got those. So now we can do helium. Sweet. Glass and synthetic silicon. We don't have the resources for that. And now we need stabilizers. And we need the heat resistant sheets there. Still need ceramics for that one. And where is our, what the hell? Where's our turbines? Rotors. That's what we need right here. Rotors. Okay. Now we need these. And I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to set up here to there, here to there, here to there. And of course we're going to go put more power in because, you know, it's our mantra. Need more power. I just need enough to get everything turned back on. I don't need a ton, just kind of enough to cover this. And now that we've got this in place, once we have 300 here, then I'll go ahead and turn these on. And everything's moving right along. Look at it go. Look at the busy little bees. And we stuffed it all in this little corner. Yay. Could it be more efficient? Probably. Am I proud of it? Yep. Something call to win. I really just, this drives me nuts. I don't know if we can make it go, you know, dunk a little smoother. I don't know, but I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to whinge on it too hard. I don't have tier 2s. I got this unlocked. Yay! That's going to be so awesome. Still don't have those tier 2s unlocked. If I get those tier 2s unlocked, ooh, we're rolling. Rolling. What is it to unlock that tier 2? What am I missing? The heat resistant sheets, titanium housing. I'm making titanium housings, aren't I? Okay, we'll let this, you know what, screw this. We're going to turn these on. I don't want to come back over here for a little bit, so I'm just going to turn this on, let those roll. It's going to do its thing. We're going to run back over here and turn on the titanium housing to the corporation that's going to give us the tier 2 rails, because we're going to need the tier 2 rails. It's just gonna have to happen. It's gonna be like that. Oh, shit knockers. Okay, let's just open the door. Nothing right now. Class is the next thing we need there. We need 100 rotors right there. We need 300 right there. We need another 400 of those. I need 600 calcium powder, another 800. So we need to put up a few storage units here. Oh, of course, now I got insufficient power here too. Oh, we need to see, this is really that point in time where you absolutely need to get that with those wind turbines. Like, that's like something you got to drive towards. So hard early game. Okay. That's it. I'm not doing anything more with that. Let's go turn the titanium housings on for the one corporation and man, not doing too bad. I mean, we're plowing through it pretty good. 6 hours, and we've gotten through a lot of the beginner level elements. Pretty good, to be honest. Okay, those are all filled up, so let's switch it to, somebody needs it right here. The bonus is it doesn't really matter on this one. They're both 25 points, so I can make either one. So that's a good deal. Good deal. Did I need some? I needed some of those, didn't I? Let's steal 200 from those, and then we'll come over here and we'll take all 400 of those. And there's nobody else needs those. Yep, we needed 100 right there. The fabricator needed 300. Oh, did we get that lucky? Oh, there's no way we got that lucky. But we still needed 600 right there. And we need 1,000 of the wolfram powder. We need 300 of those. We don't have any of those. Okay, so we need 1,000 wolfram powder, which is over here. So there's 400, there's 800, there's 1,000 pending. I can top that off. Okay. And that opens that up for us. So that's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Okay, let's go. This is down here further. Right here, 1,000. Okay. We're making those right now, and we're making that stuff right now. So I need 600. So I need the 4 and 2 out of the other one. like this. We need all 4. And then we need to come down here. We need 200 from down here. 200 down there. Okay. Right there. Nice. Now it's the calcium powder. Do we need rotors to unlock anything? I thought maybe we did in the fabricator. Yeah, we need 100 rotors, but then we've got to go find the stabilizer blueprint. And then we're going to need to get the glass. We're doing good, though. I mean, we're rolling right along. Some things could be a little faster. But that's just because that irritates me. I don't know what that is about, but let's put that in there. We'll save those up. And you know, now everything's cooking right along. Those in there, claim that for 240 points. I mean, look at that sucker. That's the rotors, man. The rotors are pounding it out. And these should be going pretty quick too. Yeah, that's nailing it. So we need stabilizers to make that work. We need glass to make that work. And we need ceramics to make that work. Alright, so we are 2 hours and 53 minutes. Let's go over here to the ceramic spot. We do need to grab 100 of the rotors. We'll run over here and see if we got enough ceramics now to clear out the ceramics. Scott, welcome. Hello. How are you? Oof. Man, I can't wait till we get further along and I can up my energy. Okay, so we'll take all 4 of those. You know what? I'm going to take all 4 of those. I can't remember. I forgot how many we needed. I'm not sure if it was just 600 or if it was 1,200. This thing right here. Furnace. 600 right there. And it was 800 right there. So I need 400 more. Okay, that worked. That worked. Yay! I'll just grab them from right here and we'll plop them in there, and then other than the blueprint, we'll have everything that we need on this one. Oh. What? I'm an idiot. I need 200 more. We'll be able to start getting the helium together, because now we've unlocked that. That'll get us glass. Glass will get us moving. I need 2 more. Doggone it. 1, 2. Okay. Oh, I don't keep it straight. I'll be completely honest. I waste more time running back and forth trying to remember what I needed. So bad. It can be very, very confusing for me. I reference a lot. I bounce around between pieces. These recipe stations, I put these recipe stations in every single one of my habitats, and almost every one of these core pieces has a habitat with it. So I can always just pop in and reference what I need. The part that irritates me the most about this game is there's no good like recipe system. If I go in here, I can't see any recipes. So if I'm trying to figure out what I need, I can't find it. The best I can do is go to a recipe station. It tells me what tool or what building it's made in, and then I gotta go find one of those buildings and then go look and see what the recipe is for it. And so that part irritates me a little bit. because it takes a lot of bouncing around to try to remember. And I'm not going to sit here and write down recipes by hand. I'm not. I refuse. Woof. That is so crazy. That would scare the shit out of me. That's all. And I would be terrified to be that this little habitat building is going to protect me from that much flame. Give me the shivers just thinking about it. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and call that a stream right there. That was, we streamed for 3 hours. We're 2 hours and 53 minutes. We'll be back playing episode 3 of StarRupture. We got to go find some blueprints. We need some blueprints. We're upgrading to wind turbines, which we'll have to run through and redo all of our power, put some wood turbines up. That'll give us some more room at each one of our little bases that we're making stuff at. We'll have to make a base to put together the ceramic heat shielding. That'll be a piece that we got to get done tomorrow. And then we're going to have to run around and go all over the place and find some more blueprints. So there'll be a lot of exploration, a lot more exploration tomorrow than there was today. I thought I was going to do more, but I needed to get that wind turbine stuff set up. And setting up a couple of those things took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. However, hey, tomorrow, Scott, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, my man. Tomorrow, noon U.S. Mountain Time is when I'll be back with some more StarRupture Episode 3. We will be back in an hour from now, 4 o'clock U.S. Mountain Time, which would be my time, with 7 Days to Die, Survivalist difficulty level. We are setting up our brand new base in the snow biome in 7 Days to Die. We have been getting our butt kicked on the Survivalist difficulty, so if you're interested in 7 Days to Die, check that out. That's usually every evening, 4:30 U.S. Mountain Time, Tuesday through Fridays. Yeah. So come check us out. And outside of that, hey, wherever you're at, have a good morning, good afternoon. And for me, I will see you in an hour. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Appreciate your likes, follows, and subscriptions.